Woohoo. Hey everybody, can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, not yet. Believe I was told there's a 20-second delay, so I think I'm live. Hey everybody, I can see myself now. All right, cool. Hey guys, welcome to my sketchy live drawing. I'm going to be doing this drawing of Terry Tang I have up on the screen here. I hope you guys are having a fun Saturday, and thanks for joining me doing this drawing. Let's see some chats. Hey guys, Porcupine Pancakes, Chris. Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me. Okay, so yeah, let's just get to it. I believe you guys can see Terry Tang over there. Jeez, so stupid. I'm gonna switch over. I'm just using a moleskin sketchbook. It's kind of thick pages, so I can do watercolors and such. I'm just using regular pens, mainly microns, just to put this image on the paper. I chose this Terry image mainly because I kind of liked the angle of her face. Of course, the iconic Minnie Mouse and ears and bow tie or bow. I kind of feel like that you can interpret any way and it'll still come off as the same thing. I like the angle of her face. So for me, I kind of thought you could really do anything with this drawing. You could really put any face. You can make it a zombie face. But for now, I'm just kind of going to experiment with this and just have fun. And I hope you guys that are drawing along with me will also have fun doing this. So I'm just going to use microns. This is like a 005. I'm just going to draw on this page. And I'll try to look at questions if you guys have any and try to answer them during them. But it was bigger than I wanted it to be, but all right. But yeah, I kind of dug how her face and just the angle of this just kind of is just really open to interpretation. You could really do so many different things with this without really needing to be that accurate with anything. But I'm just throwing this down. You guys can see this, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is clear on YouTube. But I'm just throwing this down on here just as a starting point. What's going on? Yeah. And also, I guess I'm doing this on Sktchy Live as you guys are joining me. I believe it's like a separate platform that they would like you to be a part of. It's every Saturday, and there's always like a different artist, probably artists that are like better at describing what they're doing than I am. And I mean, they have like stuff like France, who's awesome at this. It's always a pleasure seeing her draw in action. I would hope that I'm as inspirational someday as she is on this platform. Just seeing the way she does stuff is always like pretty entertaining and pretty informative. Hoping this would also translate with this. Let's see what else. This is the fun stuff that will translate. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Oh yeah, it's fine. I like looking at a bit more detail than this, but let's see if I can just do this without the detail. Just make some of it up. And I think also the other reason why I chose this is just the fact that if you are drawing along, it's something that's relatively easy, I believe, to just make up the stuff, make up the facial features and such, just so it can match. I just really wanted to focus with this on the perspective that she has her face. Like I like that her head is like slightly tilted up. It just kind of gives that as a pretty good reference to work on, and especially just being able to just make it as you go. Like I'm using a pen on this, but technically using this with pencil or I suppose even Procreate, just putting this down. It's just good to have and could really do any kind of face. Like I said, like a zombie or what have you. Just something. Just using this as a guide, just to get the angles correctly. But other than that, nostrils probably higher up. But let's play around with this a bit. There. Should I look at questions? Da, da, da. Huh. There. I like using these microns because just doing cross hatching very lightly can really build this shadow, but just very lightly, and it makes like a pretty believable shadow. I feel. Um, let's see. I think that's good enough. There. I mean, I mainly use this micron for practically everything on this, but technically, if I was trying to do more of an accurate drawing of this, I probably would want to use something like maybe like a colored pencil, just to put down the information first. But being that this is just like whatever, just a sketchy live, you guys wanted to see how I do this in pen. This is how I usually like play around. Play around. I find this like to be pretty relaxing to do, especially like having like whatever TV on or music, and just going in the zone. Just got a lot of highlights here. I could make this side bigger. Let's see. Anything going on? Yes. Yeah, I would agree. The Micron, it's absolutely real no commitment to this, and plus just being able to like redo it is pretty easy. Putting in like a different color or different size pen over this to really build it. But yeah, basically, I just wanted to use this as a guide. I mean, this reference from Terry. I thought just being able to really do anything with this would be pretty fun. And I think this angle and everything is looking pretty cool. It's a little scary looking on her, but I think it'll be fun. I hope she's not offended. All right, let's switch over to. This is a Skura brush pen. I'm going to want to put this on to really put on some more black here. Just want to put these iconic ears on here. And let's move that ear down here. Boy, I need to cover more, I feel. I got another brush pen here, which is a little bit more loaded up. There, this one's juicy. All right. See what this is. I'm not sure. I'm kind of sure what that is, but let's get this here. So again, I'm just like kind of blotching everything together so that way I can add some details when I'm ready for this. But just for composition wise, I wanted to put this in as well as just start bringing this image out a little bit more. Yeah, there it is. That's what I want. All right. Well, let's try to do some detailed stuff here. Ooh, oh, this neck is a little bit darker. I'm still debating if I want to put color into this. I suppose adding some color to this would be kind of fun to do. I think a lot of this drawing, I kind of imagined it just being black and white, but just working on this a little bit more, I kind of feel like adding some color might be kind of interesting. Maybe even bring this out a little bit, because I am kind of liking all this stuff here. Oodle. I'll keep on building this until it's starting to look like something a little bit more resembling what I want this to come off as. Her eyebrows are bigger. Try to make it just a little bit more. I'm gonna fix this eye here. Let's see, everything else is still, I feel like I can go darker with this. I really want to emphasize with just hatching these light sources, like up here on the nose. So I'm kind of just calculating here with these hatching to see how I can put that together like that without putting too much lines. Do like those cheekbones. There, let's add that. This did probably age her by like 20, 30 years from this photo. But I kind of dig that effect. Let's see, I think there's a lot of hair here. Oh, is there any questions? Let's see, creating singles. This cool. Oh, Betty, working on Paperwise. This is a Moleskine sketchbook. It's one of the heavier ones, as you can put some watercolor in it. But it's just I think this is 8 by 11.5 or 8 by 12. But it's something that you can it'll take a bit of abuse. How about that? It's something that on the go you can kind of put down like a bunch of watercolors. I have like these little watercolor travel kits that I carry around in the little box that I have that I'll carry. You can see that my palette is real messy. I don't really change it that much because I just stick with this, but I have these two that I mainly carry with me, and a bunch of water brushes that I try to play around with. Some water brushes. Maybe I'll put some watercolor on this. Just use a napkin here. Let's just see if I want to do this real quick. Let's go with this one. This is, I mean, I'm kind of still debating. I still kind of want to do some cross-hatching on this, but let's just put this on her lips. Let's see. There. That's good enough. I might put some more color on that in a little bit, but for now, that'll be fun. Let's see. Let's work on this nose some more. So there's this little line here. But yeah, I'll be building this kind of stuff up. If I'm like on location or something, then depending on how much time I really have, I'll continue to keep doing this kind of cross hatching. And if not, like there's also when I find something that I want to draw like out in public, I'll usually just try to get the base, just like how I did that initial quick drawing, to lay down the base of the drawing, and then just going into it later with cross hatching, just to try to get more of the shape and dimension, and just build on that. Let's see, this is not white. This is darker. Tell if there's that. Oh yeah, maybe that part I'll do red too. Kind of making up these knuckles here, but I feel like that's kind of something like there. Yeah, big. I really like using these microns, just using this very lightly like this. I just like how that just kind of makes that effect. So this part is really dark. We'll work on this a bit more. Let's start adding more colors in. Let's see what else. Any questions? There. This is all pretty dark, so I want to make this darker than the face. Let's get that Adam's apple. How do I want to change this eye a bit? Let's see. I want to make it more there. Cool, this has only been a half hour of doing this. There. Let's work on this. Let's see, I want to make this darker. I like that flap at the edges of the lip. Kind of put that shadow there, and it kind of I feel like really brings that part of the drawing together. At least that's my own, I guess, personal thing that I like. I like when I draw. It's just being able to add that. Oh, I think that looks like that part. There we go. All right, let's add some color to this. Let's see what else I want to work on. Kind of want these ears to look a little messy with this brush line on it. That'll look kind of neat. There. What color can I put on here? I guess I'll keep working on this. See where this goes. This one darker. So when I usually do coloring like this, I try to, I have a napkin ready just to try to blot up things if I want things to not be too dark. Let's see, this is going to be a red. There, this is too dark. I kind of wish I used a non-watercolor-proof brush. So as you can see, I didn't really, not really cleaning out the brush or anything, just kind of keeping it slightly muddy, I guess. There's just certain colors that I like to emphasize on this, just to keep it uniformly. I think that'll be pretty fun and interesting to look at. Let's see, she's kind of dark here. There's so many different colors going on in this face, which is kind of nice. I think there's like a lot of room for experimentation with this particular reference photo that I'm really digging. I mean, I hope this makes sense for you guys. Kind of dark right here. I'll just keep building like this until I'm starting to get like these kind of colors that I'm digging. Just to be a little bit pinker. Let's see. Cool. What's going on here? Any other questions? Okay, cool. This is so basically I'll just keep experimenting, like just keep throwing in new things, just more or less like for my own entertainment, really. Um, I don't know. I think it's important to be experimenting with the different mediums that you can play with, and it just kind of builds, like just building on top of these cross hatching. Um, Start seeing like new things that you kind of missed from the first go at it. Let's see. There we go. Cool. What else? Build on this. I think it gives like a pretty good effect with the colors right on top of the cross hatching. It's a bit messy, but it's fun. It's kind of something I think kind of works. Let's make some more splotches there. That's a nice color. I like that. Kind of works for me there. There's something about those eyes that I want to fix. How do I do that? Let's see. Let's see if this is dry enough. There. Are you mixing colors for the face tones? Um, kind of. I'm more or less just finding different tones. This is the palette right here. Um, in particular areas of the face of the reference photo, I'll see things that I kind of want to make darker, um, with like reds, or maybe there's like a bit of like a green or yellow. So I'll start adding in a particular tone in my palette and start adding it in. So in a way, it's just kind of experimenting with the palette and just adding in more colors. But eventually, I believe like eventually it will level out into the tone that I want. Um, let's see. Like right now, and I guess this the way that I'm kind of approaching this particular drawing is just more or less like stopping and starting again with like different parts that I kind of want to change and kind of want to fix along the way. So more or less, like it does kind of lead to like some other kind of face as opposed to the face. Like looking at this side by side, like yeah, this is like a 50-year-old version of Miss Tang here, but I don't know. I'm hoping that she'll have fun with it, or won't be too offended by having this being changed so much. But I don't know. Um, I hope it's not offensive. But yeah, I wanted to change this eye a little bit. Let's see, I think this could be lighter. Darker here. I think the other thing too that I would like to do, usually when I'm doing this, is I have the photo with me, so where I can actually zoom in a lot closer, so I could actually try to pull out more of the details in areas, but I'm just winging it pretty much. I kind of thought also like this particular photo is like kind of open to interpretation. Like you could kind of really do really any kind of thing with this, just for like putting down, which I kind of dig about it. But yeah, there's certain areas that like I don't really want to touch at all, and there's certain areas that I'd like to rework on, and I'll just keep building that till, and that's like kind of the cool thing with microns is just being able to build with these. This 005. Um, just constantly building like these tones and structures. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Then I also would like to think about doing something with the backgrounds. I think possibly just making a tone on both sides of like this same kind of orange tan that's kind of going back. I kind of feel like that would really tie this in together, but kind of just want to see if I could finish this in the hour. I still got like 10 minutes for this. Let's see, I like this stuff. There's this shadow that's under her eye that I really think looks pretty neat. If I can change that there. That. Again, yeah, this is just like pretty much for fun. It's more or less like just being able to like just take any reference photo and just experimenting with it. I think that's all you really can do for like having like fun, especially if you're learning like a new medium. If you're not that familiar with like drawing with pens, for instance, it's a pretty fun medium to try to just experiment doing this right off the bat. I think that's like the best way of, or maybe a less, more or less like a cathartic way of just working on something that you might find stressful to work with. But for me, like I said, I enjoy doing this, like watching TV or listening to music, and just going in the, just zoning out and doing cross hatching and just screwing around with these um, all of these different kind of mediums to play with. This is also a micron. This is like a micron brush brush pen. It's like real small, but kind of wanted to do lay in some texture in here. I think that would look kind of neat. Do some black on black. Cool. Oh yeah, kind of want to work on that eyebrow too. All right, let me see if I should take some questions. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. I love fountain pens. Totally fun to work with fountain pens. Same thing. I mean, it's scarier, I feel, than microns. Like someone said previously with microns, there is a lot of room for mistakes with microns. But yeah, using other pens like fountain pens and such, it's all about the angle. It's all about like using a particular angle to try to get the thickness or thinness of the line, which also is something fun to experiment and play around with. I would highly recommend it. Um, all right, I think that's it for me. Let me see. Anything I should be mentioning? Oh, so yeah, I guess every Saturday around noon, I believe Eastern time, Sktchy live. You guys always, if you guys don't know, like you guys can join. There's always a different artist, and it's usually pretty informative and pretty fun. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I made 45-year-old Terry over here. I hope she's not too offended, but I'm gonna continue to keep working on this, and I will have this posted um, on the Sktchy Life. And I hope you guys join, and I hope you guys have fun doing this show. Um, any other thing else? Let's see. Sweet. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks so much.